Yes, I'm back. And today I'm talking about white supremacy code words and coded phrases and different type of tactics white supremacists use to either justify harming or killing or subjugating melanoid people. And the video's in the description, by the way, to give you a little idea of what I'm talking about. There was a Republican, a well-respected white supremacist Republican named Lee Atwater. Y'all, my old heads listening know about him, most likely. And he had this theory called the Southern Strategy. This is what they use, preferably in the southern states, to win over racist white America votes. And this white supremacist was being secretly recorded by another probably suspected white supremacist. But I ain't gonna lie, shout out to this person though, even if you are a white supremacist, for exposing this. Because that doesn't happen a lot in white supremacy. We know that happens a lot, unfortunately, in the melanoid community. There's always gonna be a coon or a bad bunch of negres who is gonna quote unquote snitch and sabotage melanoid movements to help elevate the melanoid community. But this white supremacist in 1981, he was being secretly recorded. And he was basically saying that we have to figure out different terms when we talk about black people. Because he says this in his video. He said, we came out in 1950 saying nigger, nigger, nigger. And we can't say that anymore because that's going to hurt your back. That's going to hurt your vote. So we have to come up with different ways to basically shit on black people. More abstract ways. That's what he says. Because he said, you know about the Ford busing and the state rights. That's what he's talking about. Because back in the Martin Luther King days, when they finally desegregated, which was a horrible decision, by the way, a lot of black children were being escorted by the federal government to school to protect them from savage white extremists who would attack them, lynch them, throw bricks at them, just do any type of devilish act to black people, which they still do today. And so the states had a vote like, whoa. We don't need y'all protecting them. We don't want to just lynch them at night. Let us get these niggas in the daytime. So that's when the federal government backed off and let the state slave patrol police the state and started allowing the Ku Klux Klan and other white extremists to do whatever they wanted to melanoid people. But I digress on that. So this guy, he basically gave us the code. He gave everyone the code, some of the code, not all. There's a lot of codes. I'm still catching up. We all need to, like I said, we all need to study white supremacy. Like they say, you always should study your enemy. But this was just a little appetizer, so to speak. A little freebie that, unfortunate for that white supremacist, that got out to the public. And even to 2016, they still use these codes. Because there was I forget which racist white supremacist platform this was. It might have been Fox. One of CNN, Fox, whatever the little pussy ass platform. This white lady, she was a volunteer. She was on camera shitting on black people, talking about welfare and single mothers. Because those are other code words to shit on black people. When you hear the white supremacists or the coons on TV talking about single mothers, all these single mothers, they're talking about black people. They talk about welfare. welfare queens. They're talking about black women. Black Lives Matter. They're talking about black people when they say that. Because you see that, you notice that on every riot, every time a race soldier kills one of us, and there's rioting, protesting in the street, what is the news? They show pictures and videos of black people looting. Look at these Black Lives Matter members. Look at these Black Lives Matter members. They're burning their own city. They're burning up their own businesses. That's just a cold word for black people. That's like when you hear a white supremacist talking, when you're talking about race soldiers, they'll bring up Chicago. Well, look at Chicago. Chicago got like 600 murders. That's just another code word for black people. Because not every black person lives in Chicago. Not every black person has been to Chicago. So when they bring those type of words up, they're talking about black people. So I just thought I'd give y'all the game. And another thing, to you so-called non-racist white people and you so-called good white people, quote unquote, to get us to agree with you or to get us to not believe that you aren't racist and that you aren't on the side of oppression, do what this person did. Out some of the white supremacists. Because I know some of you so-called good white people, y'all hang around white supremacists. Y'all have family members who are white supremacists. Preachers, your chief of police, your prosecutors, your mayors, your doctors, your lawyers. If you're a so-called good white person, you're not racist, start exposing these white supremacists like this person did. Since you're not racist, or since you're so-called a good white person, well, yeah, I forgot. You're not going to do that because that's going to be too much pressure on you. Too much backlash. You don't want to be looked at as a nigga lover, quote unquote. Fuck out of here. Ain't no good white people. But let me know what y'all think. Like I said, videos in the description. Get in the comments, like, subscribe, share the video.